Monday. It's the time of the year when we feel the most down. Well, why is that? 014279669. The credit card bills have hit. You've started smoking again. Despite your New Year's resolution, you've realised you're just as fat as you were on December the 31st. Oh, my word, what a horrible day. So how do you get some happy? That's what we want to know. 014279669. Frederika Roberts joins us. Frederika is the happiness speaker and author of the book, The Recipe for Happiness. Frederika, good morning.
Good morning, Toby.
How on earth do we get happy, Frederika?
Well, actually, one of the things you can do is something that you were just talking about with your guest from St. Luke's Hospice earlier on, and that is really helping other people. So volunteering is a great way to do that, doing challenges for charity, but it even is small things like helping your child some homework or helping somebody if they need a shoulder to cry on, just making time for other people, because that actually is what I would call being selfishly selfless. It allows you to help other people and do great things, but actually that makes you feel wonderful and it boosts your mood.
Why do some people have a propensity to be really down?
In general, well, there are actually genetic factors involved as well, but then there are some people who are just generally better, regardless where they are on the happiness spectrum genetically. Some people are generally better at instinctively doing things that make them feel happier and picking themselves up and generally being more resilient when bad things happen to them. Others, it doesn't mean they can't do it. It just means that they need a few tips to how to do it and what to do, and then they need to actually have the will to be happier and to put it into practice.
And because there are some people, we all know them. We know some people who are ridiculously happy all the time. We know some people who are ridiculously positive, positive thinkers. And we know some people who walk around with a cloud over their heads despite the fact that they could just have won the lottery.
Absolutely, absolutely. And, maybe in those cases, the latter example, there are people, maybe that is their happy. Maybe they look miserable, maybe they act grumpy, but actually maybe whinging and moaning about everything is kind of their happy. The sad thing about that is that, unfortunately, it does drag everybody around them down. So it is much better, not just for yourself, but for all of those people that your life touches on a daily basis, if you can be a little bit more upbeat, because negativity does spread, and unfortunately it spreads faster than positivity. Our brains are very, very good on picking up on negatives, so it does take a little bit of positive effort to actually focus on the positives, which brings me on to the biggest thing that you can do really to boost your mood and to be happier, which is to be grateful. There's a lot of research that's gone into that. One study by Professor Martin Seligman in the 90s, and he actually looked at people writing down just 3 good things per day, and some of the people that did this actually felt happier for up to 6 months from doing this for just 7 days. So the impact is phenomenal. There's also been some additional research on this that came out just a week or 2 ago that actually has looked at the neurology of gratitude, and it seems to be, it's early stages yet, but it does seem to be that when you're grateful, it lights up different parts of your brain that aren't lit up with other activities. So there is something physical that happens in your brain when you're grateful and you tune in to what's good in your life. And the more you tune into what's good, the less you notice the little niggly things. Of course, big nasty things happen to all of us. I'm not saying ignore those, but you become better at bouncing back, but you also become better at simply not noticing the little things that would irritate you. So sing when you're in a traffic jam instead of puffing and puffing about it.
Absolutely. I know you've got to get a train, and the last thing I want to do is upset the happiness speaker. So, Frederika, thank you very much indeed.